surviving or looking for survival or trying to survive Nalari. But this season has not been easy for the Soldier Boys, as Gaddafi also had to look for points on the last day of the event, that is the Startimes Uganda FUFA Premier League, as those games were getting us to the end of the season when SC Villa won the trophy at Philip Omondi Stadium in Lugogo, courtesy of that win against NEC. You should have seen the scenes at Lugogo as we saw all those fans getting over the barriers to jump into Lugogo MTN Arena Stadium. We have seen the likes of Barigye Jusper, the legends of SC Villa, are lifting the trophy back to the podium in actually a sense of moving around to bring back the environment of winning at SC Villa. The Jogoos are now preparing to do a countrywide tour with their trophy, where they expect to parade the trophy to their fans just after 19 years of surviving without a single league win. SC Villa becomes the record winners of Uganda Startimes FUFA Premier League after 17 wins, and they have not won their 17th title since 2004. Now they are the champions 2023-2024 season. Last evening, we saw the president, Engineer Moses Magogo, taking his Twitter page to post that they have now had an environment, a calm environment in the city, courtesy of the SC Villa win. He is also a renowned SC Villa staunch fan, but you should have read that comment, you should have read that post on his Twitter page. Those are the scenes that we saw at Lugogo on Sunday, and that is how it happened. As you continue to watch that clip or those pictures, we saw also a one staunch Villa fan, that is Micho Serodojovic, a one Serbian wolf who has been here at the helm of SC Villa as well as the national team Uganda Cranes. He was also around to cheer his blue boys. That's the picture that we all wanted. That's the picture that everybody wants to see. Micho Serodojovic, most of you call him Serunjoji. That's the name that he was given when he came here back for the second time to take his teach for the second time at the national team Uganda Cranes. That is Micho, who was also present. In presence also was the Katikiro of Uganda, Charles Peter Maiga, who is also a renowned staunch SC Villa fan. They were present to watch the boys take the glory for the 17th time in 19 years. They have actually failed to win this trophy for the last 19 years, but this time around they have won the Holy Grail and they have come back. We expect them to be competitors next season. That is SC Villa. Geoffrey Higenyi, the SC Villa legend, we have actually seen him parade that trophy before. We have also the pictures of Higenyi, who's a staunch SC Villa fan still after playing for them for 2 seasons, winning for them actually 3 of the titles in the 90s. Now he was also present amongst the survivors of the SC Villa. That's the man Higenyi, one of the legends of SC Villa. He actually won this title twice in the 90s, and he was present to watch Groli come back to the Jogoos, that is at Villa Park. Away from that, I can guarantee you that this time around the cricket cranes have confirmed, and they really know whom they are going to take on when it comes to the next T20 Men's Cricket World Cup that's going to take place in West Indies as well as United States of America. We have seen the cricket cranes prepare as they had a dinner together with Leica Mobile, who have decided to be their partners last evening, and we have talked about this so many times that cricket cranes needed this kind of partnership to support them financially as well as supporting them to transport fans who are going to be traversing those Scandinavian countries like Papua New Guinea when they would be taking on the likes of Sri Lanka in this cricket World Cup T20 that's coming up in June. It's going to start on 1st June and will be ending on 29th June. That is the cricket cranes new coach Sharma Albe, who has actually spent about 3 weeks here, and he has selected, together with his technical staff, they have selected the squad that is actually going to represent Uganda in the Cricket World Cup for the first time ever since Cricket World Cup was introduced 50 years ago. According to the fixtures that we have, we're going to first play the likes of Afghanistan on June 4th. That will be at 3:30 a.m. That is in East African Standard Time, and this game will be played at Providence Stadium in Guyana. That is one of the games that we shall be playing first. That will be our opening game against Afghanistan on June 4th at 3:30 a.m. That is in East African Standard Time. The second game will be against Papua New Guinea in Providence Stadium in Guyana also. That will be on June 6th, and this will be at 2:30 a.m. That will be East African Standard Time. Providence Stadium shall host also our other game against West Indies on June 9th at 3:30 a.m. East African Standard Time, and Brian Lara Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago will also host our other game against New Zealand on June 15th. I think that will be our last game to know if we shall be staying in this very tournament, that is the World Cup that's coming over for West Indies and United States of America 2024. The likes of Brand Sesazi and Brand Masaba have all been hosted for that dinner that was prepared by the partnership between Leica Mobile and the Cricket Cranes, which was held yesterday in Kampala as they were preparing to leave. So those were the bosses of Leica Mobile who were actually present during the launch of this partnership in Kampala yesterday. So that is all about the Cricket Cranes, and they are now preparing to fly to West Indies as they are planning also to do the trial series so that they can prepare very well for their Cricket World Cup tournament that's going to take place in the Scandinavian countries as well as United States of America. Away to schools championships in Zanzibar, we have had the opening ceremony last evening, and we have seen the likes of the Ugandan representative, that is St. Mary's College Chitende, the other representatives of Uganda in the boys category, and they have been placed in different groups. You can see they have been in Group A. They have actually been grouped against Tanzania, Senegal, whereas in Group B we have South Sudan, Benin, Guinea, and Libya. That is for boys, and these games are taking shape in Zanzibar. Remember, we shall have these games up to the 1st of June. We shall be knowing who actually won the championships at this time for East Africa. For girls, we have also been placed within very different groups. That is, if we manage to win for boys, and now the girls, now we expect them also to do better because we have been placed in the group against South Sudan, Togo, the Gambia, and now that is where our schools will be representing us from Tanzania, Morocco, and Congo. That is the Congo Brazzaville. They have also been grouped together. That is in Group A, and we expect the likes of Uganda also to do better against especially Togo and the Gambia. But South Sudan has been also a hurdle for us to jump. That is for the school championships that are going to take place in Zanzibar across these 2 weeks. We shall be expecting to see what transpires. That was the opening ceremony. As you can see, those pictures we got you from Zanzibar last evening. So we expect each and everything to go on smoothly as we pray for Ugandan representative, that is Ugandan schools, to do better during this tournament. Away from that, I can tell you that from the motocross and motor rally championships, we have had the likes of Mark Marquez on international level winning titles for the 3rd consecutive time. Mark Marquez within that Moto GP. We have seen pictures of Mark Marquez winning for 3 consecutive times, especially in the Netherlands, coming also back to Spain. He has actually won also the Austrian Grand Prix. We expect Mark Marquez also to participate in the coming friendly tournament that will be coming across the next weekend. We shall be waiting to see if he participates better and competing with his own records that he has set up, especially in MotoGP. In the African Rally Championships, we have seen our own teams from Uganda, that is the Africa Rally Championships. We have seen the likes of Ronald Sebuguzi, who was the champion of 2023 here in Uganda, that is the Pearl of Africa Rally Champion 2023. He has actually been in 4th position, coming 4th against the 2 Kenyans who managed to take the podium positions. That is in the African Motor Rally Championships, and we expect to see the next calendar taking shape here in Uganda come across. That is, it will be, I think, in June when we shall be going to the Mountains of the Moon. That will be the Mountains of the Moon rally. We shall be waiting to see how Ronald Sebuguzi will do, but from what he did this very time in African Rally Championships, you can as well see those were the circuits that were taken over the other time in Kakiri, and that was the Source of the Nile rally. We expect him also to do some uplift and some changes as he is waiting to establish his new Mitsubishi Evo EX, as he will be also taking on that new monster when it comes to the new rally. So for MotoGP, we have seen the likes of Aviv Oland and Avi Oland, the young kids who have managed to win this time around all the competitions in MX1 and MX2. Aviv Oland, the Oland family actually have been one of those common names listed on the podium finishes, as you can see them parading their trophies. That was during the weekend after they had secured their podium finishes by winning all those trophies in all categories that MX1 and MX2. We expect the likes of Aviv Olan to be one of our champions when it comes to MX60. We shall be seeing what will be coming out of the MotoGP come next weekend. Away from that, I can guarantee you that we have had the likes of prize monies, that is the monies that come with the winning trophy here in Uganda compared to that one in Tanzania. The Uganda Times FUFA Premier League gives out 60 million Uganda shillings to the winner, and the second position they take 20 million, while third position they take 9.6 million and 7 million for the fourth position, 5 million for fifth, and 4 million for sixth and seventh, whereas eighth and ninth they take 3.5 and 2.8 million Uganda shillings. That is when it comes to the final prize money. If you win, then you go on with 60 million, but if you finish up in 16th position, that is if you're relegated, you go ahead to carry yourself 500,000 Uganda shillings, whereas in 15th position you carry yourself 700,000 Uganda shillings. 14th position you go home with 1 million, that is in Uganda, and 13 million, that is 2.2 million when you come to 13th position, as well as 2.3 million when you come into 12th position here in Uganda. 11th position you go home with 2.4 million Uganda shillings. In 10th position, that is where I think Barra City is, they are taking home 2.5 million Uganda shillings and 3.5 million Uganda shillings for the 8th position, whereas in Tanzania they are taking 980 million Uganda shillings, that is for the winner, and 474 million Uganda shillings for the second position, 402 million shillings for third, 316 million for fourth position, whereas 102.7 million Uganda shillings for fourth position. You can as well see the difference between our leagues, that is in Tanzania and here in Uganda. If you become a winner here in Uganda, then you carry 60 million Uganda shillings. That is from the sponsor StarTimes, who put in that money to bring you the broadcast of these games, as well as to sponsor this very league. Elsewhere, Argentina has actually come out to name their squad, and I think I should read through for you this very squad that Argentina has come up with to say they have announced their squad that is going to take part within the Amistosos Internacionales. Now we can as well tell you that Franco Armani of River Plate has been named, and Jeromeo Bulli of Ajax, Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa, those are the goalkeepers, and they have actually announced that Gonzalo Montiel of Nottingham Forest has also been involved in this squad, whereas Nahuel Molina, that is Atletico de Madrid, Leonardo Bellardi, he will also be there to give us some likes of good football as he normally does. We have also Christian Romero of Tottenham Hotspur. He has also been named for the Argentine squad. German Pereira, that is at Real Betis, he has also been called upon to play for Argentina. Lucas Moreno Quarta, he will also be taking part from Real Betis. Lucas Moreno Quarta, he will be representing something from Juventus, Fiorentina, not for Juventus this time. They have actually launched a bid. Juventus want to sign Lucas, but we just look at that as still a rumor. Nicola and Nicolo Otamendi, they have all been named, whereas Lisandro Martinez from Manchester United has been summoned to play for Argentina. Marcos Acuna, he's also playing for Sevilla. He has been named in the Argentine squad. Nicolas Tagliafico of FC Lioners, he will also be playing, whereas Valentino Barco of Brighton and Hove Albion, whereas Guido Rodriguez of Real Betis has also been called upon. Leonardo Paredes of AS Roma, as well as Alex McAllister of Liverpool, Rodrigo de Paul of Atletico de Madrid, Ezequiel Palacios of Bayer Leverkusen, Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea, and Giovanni Lo Celso of Tottenham Hotspur has been also named in this squad. Angel Di Maria of Benfica, as well as Valentini Carboni of ASC Monza, he has also been called upon. Lionel Messi Lamezar of Inter Miami, and Angel Correa also named there. Alejandro Garnacho of Manchester United has also been summoned to play for Argentina, as well as Nicolas Gonzalez of Fiorentina. Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez of Man City have all been named for Argentine squad that's going to take part within the coming international competitions. That is according to their coach. In fact, we expected Lionel Scaloni to be calling a huge number of players, but this time around he has decided only to move on with 32 players, and he will be coming back to also sieve through and get the 23-man squad that he will be moving with. Elsewhere, Liverpool have confirmed that Arne Slot, the coach who has been at Ajax this time around, has been confirmed he will be taking the helm of Liverpool at Anfield Stadium after Jurgen Klopp also saw his goodbye. He also saw his last game at Anfield during the weekend when they were playing Wolverhampton Wanderers. That was Jurgen Klopp as he was saying bye-bye to Liverpool Anfield fans, and he has actually been lined up to be replaced by Arne Slot, and this Arne Slot here has been at Ajax doing wonders. We expect the fans of Liverpool to welcome Arne Slot as one how they said goodbye to Jurgen Klopp, and they were putting up banners on the streets of Liverpool telling the other fans in the other clubs that they have been having good times, 9+ or more good years of Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp announced that he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season, when we had come actually after the second half of the season. That is why there was some also feud between him and some other players like Mohamed Salah. That's the time when he was actually singing the Liverpool hymns against all the fans, all the odds, and now You Will Never Walk Alone was the song to sing his last time at the Anfield. That is Jurgen Klopp, as he mentioned that he was running out of energy to keep continuing and to keep on competing with other coaches like Pep Guardiola, that is at Liverpool. We have seen the likes of other coaches, especially Thomas Tuchel in German Bundesliga. He will also be leaving Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich have lined up the likes of Erik ten Hag at the end of the season to be one of the successors of Thomas Tuchel, who had moved from Chelsea and he went to FC Bayern Munich. This time around, Chelsea are also in talks to see the board of Chelsea are also in talks. That is Tony Boyle and the company was involved in their last home game score list, that is at Parc des Princes. Kylian Mbappe is expected to leave PSG and join Real Madrid, as speculation is putting it up. But most of the competition for Real Madrid is coming from teams like Arsenal and Man City, as they have all showed interest, and they have all picked interest, and they have all expressed how they are interested in signing. That is Kylian Mbappe, the French international who won the World Cup in the last years. Actually, the previous World Cup before Argentina, he was one of the golden boys that is expected to take the news. Real Madrid is expected to put up at least 117 million Uganda shillings for earnings, that is at a sign-on fee for Kylian Mbappe, in case he accepts to join the Real Madrid, the Spanish giants, who also won the 36th title at Spanish helm. We expect to see competition coming in from Man City and the likes of Team Arsenal to sign Kylian Mbappe, but we all know where Kylian is heading. That must be the Galacticos at Real Madrid. Elsewhere, we have seen the likes of Manchester United also saying they are going to be doing an overhaul, but Captain Bruno Fernandes has actually denied the reports that he is leaving before he mentions about his contract. That was after the end of the game against Brighton and Hove Albion, where Diogo Dalot scored his first Premier League goal of the season at the very last match. We saw Bruno Fernandes telling the journalists that he will be focusing to see if they win the FA Cup, and he will be deciding later after the Euros in 2024. That is the coming tournament for European Championships. Now, we shall be waiting to see if Bruno Fernandes decides to leave Manchester United, and this time around, we have seen also the likes of Ineos, the company that bought 25% shares in Manchester United, deciding to see if they can do an overhaul and do renovations at Old Trafford, as they have been looking forward to get or to seek the license from the Greater Manchester Council, so that they can extend the Old Trafford ends, and those stands will be expanded, as well as the whole stadium will be renovated. We just expect to see what will come this very week. Away from that, I can tell you that the likes of Raphael Varane have decided to leave Manchester United at the end of the season, and his contract will be ending on 30th June. Therefore, he'll be a free agent. We just don't know where he's headed to, but most likely he's going back to France. That is according to one French L'Equipe that has reported that Raphael Varane will be leaving and going back to France to end his footballing career. That is in case he doesn't get any other interest from English Premier League clubs, but he says he's not going to renew his contract at Manchester Manchester United. That is what we can gather you for now against those players and coaches who will be leaving the side of English Premier League. Elsewhere, we have seen the likes of Jose Enrique taking taking a position into talks between the PSG board, and now he is saying he will be ready to open up for talks in case they want to increase his salary, or in case they want to extend his contract. He'll be ready to put a pen down to the paper. And we have also had some news about FC Bayern Munich, who are also considering to sign Erik ten Hag from Manchester United to replace Thomas Tuchel, who has not had a good season after losing the trophy to Bayer Leverkusen. And we have also gotten some news from Bayer Leverkusen, who say they are now going to extend the contract of Xabi Alonso for an extra year, so that he moves against all odds in 2025. Remember, his contract was due to expire on June 15th this very year, but they are in negotiations, and he has accepted also to stay at Bayer Leverkusen for the next season. That means after becoming the champions for the first time in 30 years, that is Bayer Leverkusen, they are ready to extend his contract, and he'll be taking the helm of Bayer Leverkusen in the coming season, that is 2024-2025. And we have seen the wall of champions for the English Premier League has come up now. Man City are on the way. They are on the verge of joining Manchester United for winning most Premier League titles in the shortest period of time. We have seen this wall of champions coming there and putting for us some years. Now, Manchester United won the inaugural Premier League season, that was in 92-93 season, and won it again in 93-94, only to be dethroned by Blackburn Rovers in 95, and they came again to win in 95-96 as 96-97, and Arsenal dethroned them in 97 and 98, whereas winning 3 consecutive titles, that is in 93 up to 90, from 98, that is 1999 to 2001, and Arsenal also winning in 2001 and 2002 season. This time around, Man City has won from 2015. They won just one championship, and Chelsea dethroned them in 2016, as well as winning in 2017, 2018, 2019, and Liverpool dethroned them from 2019-2020, coming to win also in 2020, 22 and 2023, this time around coming 2024 to win this very title. So Manchester City, they are on the verge of joining Manchester United for the greatest winners of the English Premier League in Europe, and if they win the next season, they will be dethroning Manchester United on a record of winning it most times in the shortest period of time. So those are the current winners of the English Premier League title. Remember, Chelsea last won it in 2017, and Arsenal last won that trophy in 2003-2004 season. Those are about 20 years ago. So where do we lie, the Arsenal fans? Where do we lie? Of all these 30 seasons, we have just won thrice. You can imagine. That has been the Blaze Sport. We shall be coming back later in the evening at 3 p.m. to bring you the Sports Zone. All these stories will be brought to you in details. I will be coming back to give you all those stories in details. My brother Edgar is coming back to take you in the remainder of the program, that is the segment of Whole Sport. Good morning.